Mei-Jin spent 1/4 of her money on a watch and 1/6 of her money on a gift. So her total spending in terms of fraction, it will be 1/4 plus 1/6. Okay, we change the denominator to the same number. That will be 3/12 plus 2/12. So we have 5/12. And we know that the spending in all, it costs $133.50. So we can say that 5 units is 133.5. So the money that she has left, right, it will be 12 units minus 5 units, that will be 7 units. So 7 units is equal to 7/5 multiplied by 133.5. That will give us $186.90. Li Yan used an equal amount of syrup each day, and at the end of the 12th day, 1/3 of the bottle was left. Okay, so that means Li Yan consumed 2/3 of the syrup in 12 days. Okay, so in 12 days, she consumed 2/3 of the bottle. So in 1 day, she will consume 2/3 divided by 12, which is 2/3 times 1/12. We will get 1/18 of the bottle. So at the end of the 14th day, she would have consumed 1/18 times 14, that will be 7/9 of the bottle. Okay, so 1 minus 7/9, it means that 2/9 of the bottle is left. Okay, we can represent this with a model. So total will be 9 units. And after 14 days, there's only 2 units left, which is 200 ml. Okay, so we know that 2 units is equivalent to 200 ml. So the amount of syrup in the bottle at first, it will be 9 units. So 9 units is equal to 9/2 times 200. With that, we will get 900 ml. Okay, we know that the ratio of AB to BC is 2:1. So AB, we can take it as 2 units and BC 1 unit. So AC, it has to be 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3 units. Okay, so first of all, we can calculate the area of the entire square, which is ACEG. So that will be 3 units times 3 units. So we get 9 units squared. And now we want to look at the area of the unshaded region. So the unshaded region is made up of 4 equal triangles. So if I were to shift this unshaded triangle here, we see that we can form a rectangle. So if I were to shift it here, I can form another rectangle. So the total area of the unshaded region is equivalent to the two rectangles down here. So the area of unshaded region, it will be equal to 2 times the area of this rectangle. So 2 times 2 units, times 1 unit. So we have 4 units squared. So the area of shaded region, it has to be 9 minus 4, which is 5 units squared. So what fraction of square ACEG is shaded? That will be 5 units divided by 9. That's the answer. Okay, in this question we have a square ABCD and we have two shaded squares X and Y with different areas. Okay, so we want to find out what is the fraction of the square ABCD that is shaded. Okay, let's just look at half of the square ABC first. Okay, we can further divide this half a square, which is this right angle triangle, into equal number of smallest triangles. So we can do this, divide this into 2. Okay, so this will form another triangle. One more. So altogether, this half a square is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 smaller triangles, and 4 of the triangles are shaded. So we will have 4 over 9 times half. That will be 4 over 18, and reduced to the simplest form, it will be 2 over 9. Okay, so this shaded square Y forms 2 over 9 of the entire square. Okay, so now we look at the other portion, okay, the other half. Okay, we can divide this into smaller squares. So in this right angle triangle, they are all together 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 squares, sorry, 8 triangles, and 4 of them are shaded. So that will be 4 over 8 times 12, and we'll get 1 over 4. Okay, so the total fraction of the shaded area, it should be 2 over 9 plus 1 over 4, and that will give us 8 over 36 plus 9 over 36, that will be 17 over 36. Okay, we have 43 pupils who are assigned to stand along the corridor with a spacing of 1.2 meter apart. So this is how it looks like. We have the first pupil and a gap of 1.2 meter, the second pupil, a gap of 1.2 meter, and the third pupil. So if we have 3 pupils, we have 2 gaps. And if we have 4 pupils, we have 3 gaps. If we have 5 pupils, we will have 4 gaps. So the number of gaps is always the number of pupils minus 1. Okay, so now we have 43 pupils. That means we will have 43 minus 1, which is 42 gaps of 1.2 meter. So what we can do now, right, is to find what is the total length of the corridor. So the length of corridor, it will be 42 multiplied by 1.2 meter. So the answer that we will get, it will be 50.4 meters. Okay, so now 6 pupils did not turn up on that day, and we will be only left with 43 minus 6, which is 37 pupils. Okay, so 37 pupils turn up. So if we have 37 pupils, there will be 37 minus 1, which is 36 gaps. So we have to distribute 50.4 meter equally among these 36 gaps. So the new spacing, it will be 50.4 divided by 36. So we will get 1.4 meters. Okay, Jen paid $12.40 for a banana cake and 4 egg tarts. So 1 banana cake plus 4 egg tarts be $12.40. And after that, she paid $25.20 for a banana cake and 28 tarts. So 1 banana cake plus 28 tarts, it will be $25.20. So we can take the difference of this. Okay, if we take the second column, second row minus the first row, it will be 1 banana cake cancel out the other banana cake, 28 tarts minus 4 egg tarts, it will be 16 egg tarts. So what is the difference in the cost? It will be $25.20 minus $12.40. So we will get $12.80. So in this case, we know that 16 egg tart costs $12.80. So how much does 4 egg tarts cost? 4 over 16 multiplied by $12.80. So we will get $3.20. Okay, so if 4 egg tarts cost $3.20, we can substitute this value into this equation here, so we can find out what is the cost of 1 banana cake. Okay, so in this case, we can find the cost of 1 banana cake. That will be $12.40 minus $3.20. We will get $9.20. So what is the cost of 5 banana cakes? It will be just $9.20 multiplied by 5. So the answer will be $46. Okay, Mr. Ali paid $315 for the tickets to the puppet show. Okay, so each ticket is $15, and if you buy 4 tickets, there will be a $10 discount. So we want to find out what is the cost of a package of 4 tickets. So that will be simply $15 times 4 and minus $10 for the discount. Okay, so it will be 15 times 4 and we minus off the discount of $10. So that will be $50. Okay, so with the amount that Mr. Ali paid, right, which is $315, how many package did he buy? Okay, so we can calculate number of packages. he bought, it will be 315 divided by 50. So the answer that we will get here, it will be 6.3. So we round down. That means he bought 6 packages in total. Okay, so 6 packages, right? Cost of 6 packages, it will be 6 times 50, $300. Okay, so with this $300 he has, right? So that means he has $315. So $300 is used to buy 6 packages of 4 tickets. So he would have gotten 24 tickets with the $300, and he would be left with another $15. And this $15 is not enough to buy him a package of 4 tickets. So he can only afford 1 ticket with this $15. So the total number of tickets that he got, right, it will be 24 tickets plus 1 ticket over here. That will give us 25 tickets in total. Mr. Chan has 3/4 of his apples red and the rest were green. So we can find out what is the fraction of green apples. Okay, it will be 1 minus 3/4. That will be 1/4. Okay, then he sold half the total numbers of apples, and 5/6 of the apples were red. That means 1/6 of the apples were green. Okay, so fraction of green apples sold, it has to be 1/6 of half the total number. So it will be half times 1/6. That will give us 1/12. So he has 1/4 of the total apples green, and then he sold 1/12 of them. So fraction of green apples remaining, it will be 1/4 minus 1/12, and we'll get 3/12 minus 1/12, and the answer should be 1/6. So in this case, we know that 1/6 of the apples is equivalent to 28. Okay, so we can find out how many apples does Mr. Chan has at first. Okay, so it will be total number of apples. It will be 28 multiplied by 6. So we will get 168. And we want to know what is the number of red apples that Mr. Chan sold. So he sold half of the total number of apple, and 5/6 of the apples were red. So number of red apples sold, it is just simply the total number of apples multiplied by half multiplied by 5/6. Okay, so that will be 70. Hassan had 5 tins of marbles. Okay, so we can represent it with 5 units in the model. Okay, and he took 18 marbles from each tin. That means he took a total of 18 times 5. And he found that the total number of marbles left in the 5 tin was equal to the total number of marbles in 2 of the tins at first. So he's left with 2 tins, that means it's 2 units. Okay, so with this, right, we can see that 18 times 5 is actually equivalent to 3 units. Okay, so 3 units is equal to 18 times 5, which is 90. So he wants to find out what is the number of marbles in each tin at first. So 1 unit is equal to 90 divided by 3. That will be 30. Okay, answer 30. Okay, for this question, we can either use the trial and error method or algebra. Okay, since trial and error method is going to take a long time, we will go with algebra method. Okay, first of all, we let the number of large durian be x and the number of small durians be y. Okay, so let's indicate. LD means large durian, be x, and let the number of small durians be y. Okay, so now we can form 2 equations. We know that the total number of durians is 368. So x plus y is going to give us 368. So x is equal to 368 minus y. This will be our first equation. Okay, and our second equation, it says that the total amount collected is 2760. That means if we take the number of the large durian multiplied by 9 and we plus the number of small durian multiplied by the cost, which is $5, we will get 2760. So that will be x times 9 plus y times 5. We will get 2760. So that means 9x plus 5y is going to give us 2760. This will be our equation 2. Okay, now let us substitute equation 1 into equation 2. So the x here will be replaced by 368 minus y. So this is how it looks like. 9 multiplied by 368 minus y plus 5y equals to 2760. Okay, so we simplify this, we will get 3312 minus 9y plus 5y is equal to 2760. Okay, and we will have 3312 minus 4y is equal to 2760. Okay, so we have 4y is equal to 3312 minus 2760. 4y is equal to 552. So y is equal to 138. Okay, so since we know that x plus y is equal to 368 and we know what is y, which is 138, we can find x is equal to 368 minus 138. So the number of large durians, which is represented by X, it will be 230.